You won't be surprised to hear that so much of the work of the Interfaith Forum during the course of the year has been dominated by the presence of the COVID-19 virus. We've had to adapt in so many ways, and both of our staff at different times contracted the virus. But in spite of all of that, so much has been achieved. We have managed, before the virus started, to carry out 3 different Any Questions on Faith events, one very successful one with the sixth form college, attended by probably over 100 of the pupils on a voluntary basis. But since the lockdown, we've had to do things much more online. Again, another of the Any Questions events was with the sixth form college online, but also with governors of schools. During the course of the year, the whole issue of Black Lives Matter became very important after the death of George Floyd in the United States. And we decided that this issue should be discussed by the forum. We had a very engaging debate and discussion on Black Lives Matter. The women's group that we have that's working with the Interfaith Forum has achieved so much during the course of this year, doing 2 very successful discussion groups online with about 40 people attending each of the events. Again, other work that's had to carry out has been about the forum working with the local authority to get messages of safety out to religious communities, organising so that communities knew how to open up when they were allowed to, without putting their members at risk. We've got also times when we've had to dispel various malicious myths that were being put out there by people suggesting that the restrictions were being broken by religious communities. And the knowledge that we have of those communities, we were able with the local authority to dispel those myths very quickly to avoid tensions rising in the community. We have several food banks from different religious communities in our area. We've been able to bring those together with the local authority, with Action Together, and with the different charities, working to make sure that people who are shielding are getting the food that they need throughout the lockdown. Another element of support given during the pandemic was from the Muslim communities to the NHS staff. There was a desire on their part to make sure that they showed that respect and appreciation for the staff during this time. So every Tuesday evening, for quite a few weeks, free meals were delivered by the Muslim communities to Oldham Hospital. Another area of work has been to work with the local authority to develop programs for the implementation of the relationships and sex education in schools. Again, you can appreciate that for many communities there are worrying implications, and yet we need to address these properly together and work out a program for the implementation of what is required. We were part of a conference in Manchester looking at how the faith communities could help the process of developing a program of relationships and sex education for our schools in a way that was good for everybody concerned. Last year we were able to have a fantastic celebration of the Festival of Light, our big annual celebration. Once more, people turned out in great numbers. There was a lovely atmosphere in the hall. Our interfaith quiz went down so well. People again appreciated the different inputs from the different communities, where we celebrate with pride a sense of who we are, each of us. One of the pieces of work that we enjoy doing, but because of the pandemic have not been able to do, are the visits that we've organised for schools to places of worship. So, because of the pandemic, we're now currently in the process of filming a virtual visit to the different places of worship so that schools can access this without actually having to come out into the different places of worship. The internet, of course, has become a major source of being able to get information out to people about interfaith matters during this time. And we've shown yet again that this year the number of visits to our website has gone from 113,000 the year before to 130,000 visits this year. It's been really an amazing help to us to have the website. Thank you for tuning in to us.